The Bucks coming into the arena confident they'll be walking out of here with a precious win on the road. And before we...
Kevin, thanks.
Thanks, David. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with DJ Augustin. And it's Middleton in at the 3, the small forward. And for Los Angeles, Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Marc Gasol is out there with Kyle Kuzma. And it's Schroeder in at the 1 spot.
Look, and when someone's open, Lopez will find him, using his height to see over the defense.
And here's Caldwell Pope. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Gasol passes to Kuzma. Back to Gasol. Lays it up and banks it in.
An efficient start here offensively, working it inside for the easy 2.
When Kuzma first entered the league, the Lakers were a rebuilding team. Now, Greg, he's one of the more experienced pieces on this team.
And Kuzma's made the most of it, switching to a learning role. Tries to absorb as much as he can from the vets, and he does everything he can to pick their brain and improve on those little things in terms of championship caliber basketball.
Here's LeBron, and that one's drained from the low block.
There's almost no stopping LeBron if he's allowed to get inside. Too strong, too skilled.
Augustin with it, now guarded by Schroeder. James against Middleton. High, arcing shot. They get the rebound. Feeds it to Lopez. Kicks it down to Middleton. No good on the triple. Caldwell Pope against Augustine. Now here's Caldwell Pope. Defense is right there. They get it back. Gasol passes to Kuzma. Lakers passing it around. DiVincenzo against Caldwell Pope. Off target with the free throw line, Jay. Milwaukee's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And Giannis throws it down.
So strong. Giannis has really added some bulk since entering the league. Helps him absorb the contact.
Passes it to Schroeder. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo. Los Angeles shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for the Bucks. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Bucks. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played.
Giannis Antetokounmpo has said he doesn't want people calling him the MVP because he doesn't want to relax. He said he fears failure, so he has got to get better.
It's his first trip to the line. That's good from Antetokounmpo.
And really, the ceiling for Antetokounmpo is limitless. I mean, he has the potential to be a Hall of Famer one day.
Alex Caruso, he's checked in for Dennis Schroeder. The Bucks also changing it up. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. Torrey Craig comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Pat Connaughton in for Dante DiVincenzo. Well, Greg, there's been some debate. What do you think? Is Giannis the best player right now in the world?
I tell you what, if there's a conversation, he has to be in it. You know, some people might go with Kawhi, Kevin Durant. He's coming back. LeBron James is there as well. But Giannis is probably the guy to lead that conversation.
6 on the shot clock and out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. The Bucks have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Antetokounmpo up top, covered by Morris. Down it goes. Nice one there from Antetokounmpo.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Harrell kicks to LeBron. We've got 1:18 left to play in the first. Horton Tucker gets the three-pointer to fall.
Oh, you got to love the intelligence of James. He understands the game like few others. I mean, spots the open man with ease.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game.
And LeBron James still the face of the league as he goes into his mid-30s. The impact he's had on this sport is really immeasurable.
Come on, Jay. I mean, he's one of the most recognizable athletes in the world. I mean, it's scary to think that LeBron can still turn it on and take over when he needs to. And you know what? Playoff LeBron, it's a very good thing. Look at that. You can see the determination in the eyes of Morris. He's trying to beat everyone down the floor in transition.
Forbes the pass to Connaughton. Here's Craig. Portis kicks to Craig. And Forbes has it in the corner. To the inside. Here's Giannis. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. Giannis has got 12. Here's LeBron. Pass to Harrell. Unloads from 9. Again, the Lakers.
And improving as a shot maker every year. Harrell has to be accounted for defensively.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Forbes the pass to Connaughton. Forbes dishes to Antetokounmpo. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
The pass to LeBron. Pulls up on the wing. The shot, no good. The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. Lakers lead by 1. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And when asked to compare himself to LeBron James,
I know if I put the work in, maybe.
And Greg, that's the humble, hard-working approach we've come to expect from Giannis.
You know, he's not interested in putting himself on a pedestal. Enough people do that for him. He just wants to become the best he can be and win rings.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Well, yeah, this is their preferred pace, and it's gotten them out to an early lead.
On the court for the Bucks, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Then there's Donte DiVincenzo. Then there's Bobby Portis. And it's Forbes in at the point. Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Lopez, he's checked in for Bobby Portis. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Bryn Forbes. Giannis inside. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. Augustine, that's good. Greg, so many people know your story. Born and raised in Las Vegas. It must have been an amazing feeling then to lead UNLV to its only championship.
I mean, Kevin, you know, playing in front of so many people, you know, has its pros and cons.
Right.
But to be a part of that 1990 championship team and the only one we've been able to hoist and to have my jersey hanging in that rafter, it's humbling, and yes, it brings back a lot of fond memories.
Like historically good, right? When you think of that team, what that meant, it has a historic place.
It does. We felt like we were able to etch our mark in terms of the lures of the game of college basketball.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And what I like about Lopez is his throwback game. He's most dangerous when he's operating close to the basket.
Brook Lopez hits them both.
Oh, he's such a good free throw shooter. I mean, it frees him up to be as aggressive as he wants in the post.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, if you just look for a few minutes at Giannis Antetokounmpo on the court, you know why he's called the Greek Freak. But it's the drive that makes him an MVP. He said, people try to make it complicated. Life is simple. You know what you want, go get it. Do what it takes every day and don't lie to yourself. Guys, I hope you understand I'm being truthful in all of these reports. Back to you.
Timeout. Love the intensity. David, thank you.
And we talk about Antetokounmpo's all-around skills, and tonight It's been about the scoring. He's put this offense on his back.
And the Lakers decide to take their first time out here.
And we heard Shaquille O'Neal bestow his Superman nickname on Giannis Antetokounmpo, and rightfully so. The Greek Freak, the most dominant paint scorer since Shaq himself.
Shooter kicks to Kuzma. And the Lakers with another miss.
Oh, man, as good of a shooter as he is, it drives him crazy to miss a wide-open three like that.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. Count it, and he's now 8 of 9 from the floor. And watching Antetokounmpo get to the rim can, GA, take your breath away.
Man, he can go around you, through you, or literally jump right over you. Call him the Freak, Superman, what have you. None of it feels like an exaggeration.
And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. James checked in for Los Angeles. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Milwaukee with the ball. Only giving up 2 points this quarter.
Stay out here.
And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. The putback, and James pulls it down. Lakers trail by 6. Here's Caldwell Pope, and Chris Middleton pulls it down. And here's Middleton bringing it up now for the Bucks. DiVincenzo, rejected by Gasol. Beyond the arc. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. 1:31 left in the first half of the game. And it's DJ Augustine with the foul. That's his first foul. And the Bucks with some changes. Bobby Portis is checked in for Chris Middleton. Torrey Craig comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Augustine. Here's Kuzma. Los Angeles with another miss.
The setup's good. That's the shot they're looking for, but you can't get them all to go.
Craig passes to Connaughton. Knocks it loose. Lopez outside. Shot clock at 5. Here's Craig. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
This isn't a tough case to crack. If they want to put an end to this run, they'll need to start getting back on D.
Lopez with the steal. Here's Portis. Connaughton, the tip in on the offensive rebound. Connaughton's got the lead up to 10 now for the Bucks.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, they have to regroup and revisit their strategy at the defensive end.
44 seconds left in the first half. James looking around. It's a hand on it.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
It's something that happens to every team. You just have to ride it out, play your hardest, and live with the results.
Back to Connaughton. 5 to shoot. And here we go with Morris, running it up the court. And Kuzma slams it in.
Look at Morris break down the defense on this play. If they leave one of his guys open, he's going to get it to him fast.
Here is Forbes. And we've reached halftime in this one. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball. Follow it.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again. It was a big-time first quarter for Giannis Antetokounmpo. He had 18 points. And Shaq, you bestowed your Superman nickname on Giannis. And that...
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one. He's been everywhere.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Yeah, working the ball, getting clean, quality looks. I mean, just efficient basketball through and through.
LeBron and Kuzma make up the forwards. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and it's Gasol in at the 5. That's who's in the game for the Lakers.
And this is why you got to put a body on Gasol. Great size and anticipation on the glass.
Middleton the pass to Giannis. And that one drops. And that's 20 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
You'd like to see a little more energy coming out of halftime on the defensive end.
The drive by James. Here's Kuzma outside for Caldwell-Pope. Pass to Schroeder. Clock is at 3. Moves back up. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. LeBron's got 3 assists in the game. Antetokounmpo against Kuzma. And Giannis throws it down.
And guys, that's a sight we've become far too accustomed to see. Antetokounmpo throwing it down like it was just another day at the office.
Lopez with the block, and they get it back. Caldwell-Pope right side. Gasol kicks it over to Schroeder. Here's James, and he makes the 8-footer.
Well, James is superb at scoring the ball, especially when he gets a pick, giving him all the room he needs.
Schroeder against Augustine. Shoots over Schroeder. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
And guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Come on, you can't be selfish. You got to be willing to make the next pass. Otherwise, you're just predictable.
Kicks to James. The 10-footer. It's good. And now it's just a 4-point Bucks lead. Greg, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now as opposed to when you played?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but you know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental. And I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that that ability to play in space is so vital.
And the Bucks with some changes. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. Pat Connaughton comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Augustine. It's Schroeder with the drive. Lays it up off the glass. Schroeder's got 6.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Here's Connaughton, covered by Morris. To the wing right side. Here's Caruso. The Lakers rebound. He dishes it to Schroeder. And here's Morris for 3. Here's Harrell. Tries it again. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Los Angeles shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
Well, you know, teams look for +6s. Players whose wingspans exceed their height by a half foot. Montrezl Harrell is a 6'7" player with a 7'4" wingspan. If you're struggling with the math, ladies and gentlemen, that's a +9.
Here's DiVincenzo. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And between his length and his athleticism, Montrezl Harrell well suited for that role of small ball center, Greg, in today's NBA.
Yeah, I mean, he's fearless. Even giving up a few pounds, a few inches, he'll go right at you and making steady improvements as a rebounder year over year.
Passes it to Morris. And again, no good by the Lakers.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Oh, that's not the kind of interior defense you want. Way too slow to protect the rim.
Shooter passes to Morris. He feeds it to Hill. And it's Connaughton with the rebound. Bucks leading by 7. It's Portis high post. Pass to DiVincenzo. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. We've got 28 seconds left in the third quarter. Got a piece of it. Here's Forbes. No good with the triple. Here's Portis. That shot off. Great D that time from Harrell. Good on that shot. With that, the Bucks lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Morris.
Oh, I love the strength of Morris. Even with suffocating defense, he wheels these shots in.
Connaughton. No good. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Bucks ahead, up 5. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. 3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Milwaukee leading by 5 on the court for the Bucks. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. And it's Connaughton in at the shooting guard. Craig kicks to Connaughton. The feed to Lopez. Clock at 6. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. And the dunk by Giannis.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Caruso, the pass to Caldwell Pope. Shoots the 3. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got his 5th rebound in this one. And then jammed down as he goes right over Markieff Morris.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
And they pick up 2.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Los Angeles calls timeout. Looking at current NBA players, Greg, leaving aside the real star players, who would you love to have played with from this era?
Man, there's so many guys that, you know, and I hate to call them role players because they bring so much more to the table, but in reality, they got to fill some roles, right? And, you know, John Collins is a guy who's got great potential, a tremendous finisher around the rim. How about Robert Covington, a smooth shooter who defends his tail off? Davis Bertans, a deadly floor spacer who can put the ball down and create and make plays. So there's so many guys like that in the league that make a difference in determining whether your team can win or lose.
Boy, those are 3 names I don't know that I would have mentioned, so I'm glad you did. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Frank Vogel talk to his team during the break. He said, "Do you want this game? Don't tell me about it. Show me and show your teammates. We've got to play better, and we've got to play harder if we're going to come back." Guys.
Thanks so much, David. Here's Antetokounmpo. Now the pass to Craig.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Caruso kicks to LeBron. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James. A fantastic mobile 1 block. This one deserves another look.
And they're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time D.
Augustine with it. LeBron with the block.
Love watching James dominate on defense. An impressive rejection artist.
Lakers trail by 10. Caldwell Pope passes to LeBron. It's good, and it's his 6th make against 11 attempts.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Timeout called, the Bucks. They're ahead by 8. A minute 50 left in the 4th quarter. And now, a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight. Middleton drives in, and yes, it's good.
How about the determination from Middleton there? He was not going to let the D win that possession.
Good on that shot. With that, the Bucks lead is cut back down to 8. Those were necessary points from Schroeder. Here's Augustine bringing it up now for the Milwaukee Bucks. Schroeder comes with the double team. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And Milwaukee has possession. Time running out for the Lakers. Caldwell Pope outside. Here's LeBron. Oh, look at him play!
Get out the play!
Oh, you got to love the poise of James, a master at executing in clutch situations.
Pass to Augustine. Middleton dishes to Giannis.
Watch out. Antetokounmpo might be soft-spoken, but he's got a mean streak when it comes to attacking the hoop.
LeBron against Middleton. A wide open look here for Kuzma. And it's good off the back rim and in.
Love how much Kuzma believes in himself. An absolutely fearless competitor in clutch situations.
30 seconds left to play here in the 4th. And an intentional foul right there. So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's an 8-point game. Guys, no real chance for them to come back now.
Yeah, I think the focus has to be on their next game at this point.
Pass to Kuzma. Jacks up a 3. Rebounded by the Bucks. Giannis drives in. Banked in off the glass. Giannis has got 34 points.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, I love how they play for one another out there. No signs of selfishness. It's just a total team effort.
As a defender, Middleton can suffocate you with his length. Nice stop there.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's it.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Coming right up, the Nets taking on the Bucks. For the Brooklyn Nets, welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. Hey, Dave.
Hey, Kevin. Well,
it does indeed. Thanks, David. Quite a few injuries here between the two teams. 5 players out tonight.
5 players unavailable tonight. A lot of minutes and shots to go around.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. DJ Augustin out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the 3. And for Brooklyn, we've got Harden. Durant is out there with Harris. Then it's Jordan. And it's Irving at the 2 guard spot.
And Doris, last season for Kyrie Irving, really one of waiting. No Durant on the year to play off of. And then Kyrie's season with the Nets was cut short due to injury.
Well, second surgery for Irving in the last 3 years. You obviously hope he and KD can stay healthy and try to revitalize this Nets organization. Irving is so excited about being on the court. The NBA misses him when he's not playing. Let's hope he stays healthy.
A nice shot by Jordan.
Well, Kyrie Irving, if you're open, he will find you. This guy is a scorer, but he understands others have got to come along with him.
Pass to Augustine. Back to Antetokounmpo. Good on the shot.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Harden against Lopez. A shot by Harden. Wide open. Second chance shot. And Jordan with the layup.
It is not easy trying to keep DeAndre Jordan off the boards. His combination of length and determination so impressive.
Augustine finds DiVincenzo. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes played. Good work there as it goes.
That's 3 straight shots to fall here to start. Looking good.
Harden scanning the floor. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
As crafty as they come, Harden uses that tremendous body control to his advantage. And the league's preeminent practitioner of the step-back 3, James Harden, is as good as it gets. And, you know, like the skyhook, an unguardable shot, and paired with his dribble drive, a 2-move torture chamber.
For 3, Milwaukee with the rebound.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Kicks it out to Giannis. Down low. Middleton the pass to DiVincenzo. Middleton with it, and it's Harden picking him up. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. And thanks to that step back, Harden already the all-time leader in unassisted 3-point shots.
And not to mention 4-point plays. And up until recently, teams built elaborate offenses to create their 3-point looks. Harden the first to do it one-on-one with volume and efficiency.
Milwaukee's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. DiVincenzo finds Lopez. Middleton for 3. Jordan with the rebound. The Nets with the lead. In transition, here come the Nets. For 3, Harris. And again, no good by Brooklyn. For Milwaukee, they've gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And guys, that's a sight we've become far too accustomed to seeing. Antetokounmpo throwing it down like it was just another day at the office.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. Greg, you showed toughness and grit when you played. You've got to succeed in this league with those things at the forefront, right? Being tough, being gritty. And there are several players whose style you admire that play like that.
I mean, no doubt about it. You have the superstars, the Kawhis, the LeBrons, who continue to do it. They can intimidate you physically. but they also provide tremendous skill set. But two other guys, Russell Westbrook, Jimmy Butler, they're also guys that exemplify that toughness. You know, two guys, when you look at those two, a lot of people didn't project them to be what they've become, and it's impressive to watch them take the floor night in and night out.
And so Green will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. And on the way from Irving for three, sinks the triple. Irving's got 7 points in the game.
Boy, the floor spacing that Kyrie Irving brings to the table is impressive. This guy can cash in from deep consistently.
Passes it to Craig. Back to Giannis. And they double up on Antetokounmpo. And taken away by Brown. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Lobbed up there.
Look out! Strong finish. I'll tell you, Kevin Durant is hyped. He knows no one can stop him if the pass is perfect.
Here is Forbes, covered by Irving, and wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. So it's Brooklyn now. Nets leading by 5. Coach is liking what he's seeing from his offense.
And guys, they put the defense on the defensive. Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
Count that one.
And I tell you, Antetokounmpo's evolved into one of the better passing forwards in our league. And when the defense is focused on you that much, you need to be able to find the open man.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Shamet's checked in. We've got 28 seconds left in the first quarter. There's the pass to Craig. Back to Connaughton. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Here's Forbes, and it's sent back by KD.
Kevin Durant uses his length so well, and how about the timing to send that rejection back?
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're pounding the ball. Naturally a ball-dominant player, James Harden talked to us about others setting him up a little bit more.
Yeah, that's the goal. That's the goal. Of course, playing off the ball is something that I'm comfortable doing. Like I'm able to catch and shoot. I'm able to play off, you know.
Giving their offense another dynamic.
And it also helps him preserve some energy for those big moments in the big games.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
On the court for Milwaukee here in the second, they've got Portis, and it's Craig in at the 4-man position.
And quietly, DJ Augustine has become one of the game's better three-point shooters. This is an established player who finds ways to continue to be productive, guys.
James Harden, he's checked in for Brooklyn. The Bucks also with the sub. Middleton's checked in. Here's Harden, and Harden with the stuff.
And Harden is a nightmare in the pick and roll. Just a clever combo guard who is completely unpredictable.
And Augustine kicks to Craig. Harden against Augustine. Here's Craig. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Since the Nets acquired Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant, the franchise has gone from being an up-and-comer to a potential powerhouse in the East. That's necessitated changes on the bench and on the court, as the Nets have added some new veterans. The time is now for Brooklyn to stand up and make its move in the East. Kevin, back to you.
Well, we'll see how they do. David, thank you.
And we all know about Middleton's shooting ability, but don't underestimate his explosiveness at the rim.
Shamet finds Jordan. Harden outside. Portis trying to free himself.
Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
Connaughton, good on the bucket.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And it's Harden with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. It's a three-point game. Jordan trying to free himself up, and the basket by Harden. Harden's got 6.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. Now the passion in New York as a pro sports city, Greg, is unquestioned. Talk about the pros and cons, though, of being a player in New York.
You know, the opportunity personally and professionally is immense, no doubt about it, but so is the media scrutiny. It can be very intense, and the fanaticism does make it hard to live a normal existence, and I think the guys who embrace being in a city like New York are the ones that typically are able to perform at the highest level.
So you can either thrive because of it or wilt because of it, just kind of what your personal preference is.
You called it, partner, and I have seen it happen both ways.
Oh, I bet. Nets leading by 3. Harden left side. Augustine with the steal. And here we go. Portis kicks to Augustine. He dishes it to Lopez. That one's not going to go. Good D by Harden. And here comes Harris leading the fast break. And slam dunk by Jordan.
DeAndre Jordan simply a force around the cup. This guy has rare athleticism.
Here's Harden over Middleton. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
The Nets have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago.
Bucks trail by 8. Baseline J on the way, and he nails the jumper. Middleton's got 8.
And this is Middleton's game. He's thinking of shooting it even before the pass hits his hands.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. And G.A. Chris Middleton over his career, much improved on the defensive end.
A true two-way player. I tell you, that 6'11" wingspan helps. Able to use that length to bother shots and disrupt passes.
Harden the pass to Shamet. From deep three-point range, and James Harden with the 3. Harden's got the lead up to 9 now for Brooklyn.
I'll tell you, the team is simply riding the hot hand. This guy has been lights out.
DiVincenzo kicks to Augustine. Middleton with it. 8 points for him. 6 to shoot. Augustine against Harden, and stolen by Jordan. In transition, here come the Nets. Harden's got the ball. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Pass to DiVincenzo. Back to Portis. Middleton outside. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. 10 points for him.
And just about every one of Middleton's shots is a smart one. Even from mid-range, he's not going to force anything.
Here's Harden. Again, the Nets for 2.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Kicks it down to Middleton. No good on the 3. Nets leading by 9. And here's Harden for 3. Harden missing again. Here's DiVincenzo. That's in. Augustine with the assist. Augustine's got 3 assists now in this one. Harden outside. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Harden's got 17.
And defensively, you got to respect Harden's ability to drive. That just makes him exponentially more difficult to guard out at.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. And as great as James Harden has been, his game has attracted its share of critics. They say flops or travels or that he dominates the ball. Shaq, what do you think?
Listen, haters gonna hate. He's playing at an all-time great level right now. And when they're winning, dribble, 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 dribble. Dribble, 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 dribble.
Well, of course, the greats are judged not by what they do in the regular season, but what they do in the postseason. So, to silence those critics, you got to get that right.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half. Got inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far the defense has not been able to counter it.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. Setting the floor for the Nets. They've got Joe Harris. Durant is out there with Jordan. Then it's Harden, and it's Irving at the 2 spot. The putback, and KD is right there. And the Nets lead by 12.
This is what pure scorers do. They find ways to create points. KD doing work.
To the paint, Durant with the steal. And here we go. Harris heading to the hoop. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we all know that there are some people who dislike James Harden's style of play. They're bored watching him shoot free throws. He said, "I see how teams guard me and find ways to exploit it. I just outthink the game, and I'm faulted for it." Kevin, that may be, but it's hard to argue with the results. Back to you.
You're right, one of the top scorers in league history, David. Thanks for that report. Timeout called, the Bucks.
And DeAndre Jordan, not the same impact center he once was, but he's done a great job of acting as a leader for this team.
Well, you think about DeAndre Jordan's career, Greg, and over the course of time, he's played a number of different roles. What you like about what he did this past season is, even though in a changing role, he still tried to make an impact. That's called being a teammate.
Offensive rebound. Antetokounmpo kicks to Forbes. Shot clock at 6. Can they get it? And it's blocked by Jordan.
Well, DJ, twice on the pipes. No, sir. Get it out of here. Not a terrific start here in the second half. 4 attempts, nothing to show for it.
Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Here's Luau. Outside Irving. Misses the 3. Bucks trail by 17. Here's Connaughton. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Greg, you really began to emerge and got on the national scene at UNLV, but you started your college career at Portland, where you were actually named the Conference Freshman of the Year.
Yeah, how about I actually averaged more points in Portland than in any season I played at Vegas. Totally different roles, but Portland's always going to have a sweet spot in my heart. My first child was born in the great city of Portland.
For Milwaukee, they've gone 0 of 4 from the field in the second half, yet to find the mark. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Connaughton's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Boy, that was a much-needed bucket in the second half. They're now 1 for 5.
Timeout called, the Nets. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Irving with a clean look. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Irving's got 10.
This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
Now Giannis. 6 points for him. And the basket is good. He's got 8.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Brown feeling it out a bit. Outside Durant. And KD throws it down.
Well, the size and height of Kevin Durant makes him a prime threat to throw it down. You've got to keep him out of the paint.
DiVincenzo kicks to Forbes. Pass to Connaughton. And here is Antetokounmpo. And Jordan sends it back. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Durant against DiVincenzo. He goes up again. KD with the bucket. And the Nets lead by 18.
Boy, Kevin Durant, an absolute nightmare in transition. Combined size, speed, great scoring ability. Look out.
1:04 left to play in the third. The shot's good from Forbes.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Brown finds Irving. KD against Giannis. 4 on the shot clock. A 3-ball. Kevin Durant can't get that one to fall. Antetokounmpo with the ball. Guarded now by Durant. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up.
Shooting one.
Great opportunity for a 3-point play. And a new group in for the Nets. Jeff Green, he's checked in for Jordan. Joe Harris comes in for Luwawu Cabarro. Landry Shamet's checked in for Kyrie Irving. And James Harden subbed in for Bruce Brown. Milwaukee also making some changes. Chris Middleton's checked in for Lopez. Torrey Craig comes in for Pat Connaughton. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Dante DiVincenzo. Middleton looking it over. At the elbow, it's Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Yeah, this offense is rolling. They've been assertive, but they're also playing under control.
I think the communication on offense is working at every level right now. What a run for this group.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. We've got more NBA basketball. Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And it's Harden with the ball for the Nets. On the floor for Milwaukee starting the fourth quarter. We've got DJ Augustine. Chris Middleton is out there with Antetokounmpo. And it's Forbes in at the shooting guard position.
Yeah, I love watching Harden be aggressive inside. One of the most efficient scorers in our game.
Here's Middleton. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Kevin Durant. And that one falls for Middleton.
And really, from second-round pick to All-Star, Middleton's story inspirational. Yet even now, it feels like some people continue to sleep on it.
Irving's checked in for Landry Shamet. Harden outside. Off target with his 3.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Middleton the pass to Craig. Antetokounmpo inside. Covered by Irving. It's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Antetokounmpo. Harden outside. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Fast break, Milwaukee. Augustine, that's good.
Now, that could be a major moment in this game. Just when we thought this contest might be over, a steal, a fast break, and it's hold everything time.
Bucks trail by 6. Here's Giannis. Another shot. That one, no good. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. Here's Irving. It's good. The assist that time from Harden.
Boy, it's rare for a point guard to do as much damage on the interior as Kyrie Irving. You've got to guard him in there.
Antetokounmpo inside. Working on Green.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Timeout called, the Nets. And the Bucks making a change here. Lopez is checked in. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, I was able to listen in on what the Nets head coach was going over with his team. His concern was both their inconsistency and their amount of three-point shots. He said, let's move the ball for good shots. If you have an open three, take it. Otherwise, let's attack the rim and put some pressure on these guys. Kevin?
And it is easy to get spoiled watching Harden. He's had so many games like this in his career, but you still got to appreciate what he does.
Harris against Antetokounmpo. Here's Middleton. Green with the block. They retain possession. 5 on the clock. Antetokounmpo kicks to Forbes. That 3 off the mark.
If you want to cut into a lead, you have got to trust your teammates and move the ball.
Yep, that one goes in there. And the Nets lead by 10.
The evolution of Kyrie Irving's game continues. Magnificent with the jumper.
And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot. Greg frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick, no rotation. My goodness.
Timeout called, the Nets.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
It's tough to hide your communications. Teams go to great lengths to try to do it, but sometimes to no avail.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Jordan's checked in. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. And here's Harden to the middle. And it's Jordan with the jam.
And arguably no one in the NBA draws more attention than Harden. Part of why he creates so many opportunities for others.
Timeout called, the Bucks. They're trailing by 8. There's 1:54 left in the fourth quarter. There's 1:54 left in the fourth quarter. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And we talk about Antetokounmpo's all-around skills, and tonight it's been about the scoring. He's put this offense on his back.
Now, here is Irving. Just 5 to shoot. For the 3. Rebounded by the Bucks.
And maybe, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think.
Well, that leadership from Lopez, wanting to get his guys involved with his passing ability.
Passes to Durant. Over Augustine. KD's shot is off.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
And a big-time playmaker. When the game is up for grabs, give the rock to Giannis.
Oh, and James Harden throws it down hard.
So much riding on that shot. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
Inside. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Now it's a 6-point Brooklyn lead.
Superb at finishing through contact. Harden is just so elusive and creative on those strong drives.
The pass to Giannis. 34 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Good. And now they trail by just 4.
This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Milwaukee. And so they foul intentionally. First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5.
And Harden finished second in MVP voting in 2017, won the MVP in 2018. A multi-talented combo guard who just seems to get better every season. And looking for a very quick shot here.
You've got to run a play that's a quick strike. You've got to immediately foul after that.
Giannis kicks to DiVincenzo. Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo on the follow.
And with his length and explosiveness, it's never a surprise to see Giannis get points on the offensive glass. Great nose for the ball.
He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5. Second one is good. Bring both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
That ought to do it. I think any chance for a miracle comeback just went out the window with those freebies.
Timeout called, the Bucks. They're behind by 6. We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
They need a quick basket here.
Well, preferably a 3, right? If there's a clean look, take it.
And this is why he gets paid the big bucks. Middleton enjoys coming through in the clutch.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so he drops them both. It's a 5-point game. 9 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Giannis. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Man, with that skill set at 6'11", Giannis might be the toughest guard in the league.
That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that shrinks the margin to just 4.
Listen, they're still right in this thing. Missing that free throw, though, keeps this a 2-possession deficit. No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
And so both free throws are good, and it's a 6-point ball game. And so it's Brooklyn with the win. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did it. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight. Up next, the Bucks taking... Welcome to 2K Sports for another GA.
Well, Kevin, even though starters are important, those great sixth...
David Aldridge, thank you. Looking now at the lineup for both teams tonight, some names out of action.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with DJ Augustin. And it's Lopez in at the 5 down low. And for the Clippers, Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Batum, and it's Ibaka in at center. Middleton, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Some veterans on these teams, Clark. What are you looking for and how that will impact the game?
Well, I think both of these teams have a really solid roster. And I love the blend of experience and youth. When you have NBA experience on the floor, there's just a level of play that you see at the defensive end that makes it enjoyable for me. So I think that's what we'll see tonight. Experienced pros getting after it.
Now here's Batum. The shot by George, no good.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Back to Antetokounmpo. 6 on the shot clock. Tries again. Middleton trying to break free. And Giannis with the layup.
Really, you know what? Trying to keep Antetokounmpo off the glass, that's a tough assignment because he's long and he can leap.
Now here's Batum. Beverly for 3. Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
You know, growing up in Greece, Giannis Antetokounmpo was so poor, he and his older brother, Thanasis, had to share a pair of tennis shoes. I mean, how about how far he's come since then? Now he's the first foreign-born player ever with his own Nike signature shoe.
And George gets it to go.
He can certainly stroke it from deep. The three-pointer is not a shot that George is going to pass up.
DiVincenzo kicks to Antetokounmpo. Batum with the steal. Here's Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Milwaukee with the ball. The Clippers getting the bucket. Here's Middleton. Batum grabs the miss.
And Clark, they say back in Greece, all of Giannis's basketball shoes were hand-me-downs from his teammates.
Greg, nothing like not having enough to drive you to get more. I mean, clearly, you think about Giannis and his background and where he is now, he and Thanasis oftentimes would take turns playing in the game, swapping the same pair of shoes. Those days are long behind both of them.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. First free throw is good.
You know, since entering the league at age 18, Antetokounmpo has really grown. The Greek Freak, now one of the league's premier talents, no doubt.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Williams in for Patrick Beverley. And then for Milwaukee, Torrey Craig. He's checked in for Chris Middleton. Pat Connaughton comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Augustine.
You know, when you see Antetokounmpo make a pass like that, it tells you just how much he's matured and grown as a player and decision maker.
Now here's Williams. To the middle. Shoots from 12. No good off the back of the rim. The Bucks trail. Fast break, Milwaukee. The finish, and Giannis throws it down.
Absolutely awesome to watch Antetokounmpo rise up for these throwdowns. I mean, it's really quite easy for him.
Here's George. 6 points for him. Fast break, here we go. Here's Antetokounmpo, and Giannis throws it down.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, you know, they had to do something, anything to stop this run. You can't just let it go on any longer.
Kennard, he's checked in for the Clippers. Reggie Jackson comes in for George. And Milwaukee with a change here, too. Bobby Portis is checked in for Antetokounmpo. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. An outstanding defensive play to earn the Mobile One block.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
So it's the Clippers now. Morris passes to Kennard. He kicks it to Williams. Just 5 on the clock. Will it go? Kennard's shot is off. Milwaukee in the lead. Pass to Forbes. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
You know, Forbes is slight of frame, guys, but deceptively strong. He can finish through contact if he has to.
Williams finds Jackson. Back to Williams. Launches a 3. Milwaukee with the rebound. Here is Forbes. Down low. The shot's good from Lopez.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Here's Williams, and the Clippers miss again. Bucks leading by 6. Here's Connaughton. It's hauled in by Zubac.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
And there's the pass to Kennard. Jackson from long range drains the three-pointer.
And with that 3-ball, he puts a halt to the 12-point run by Milwaukee.
Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for. Earlier on, we ran into Bobby Portis, who explained the origin of the underdog label.
You know, I think the underdog story, started when
And Greg, playing with a chip on his shoulder, has served Portis well.
Some guys try to block out the haters. Portis uses it as fuel to keep achieving more.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Bucks.
They pounded the ball inside in the first half, forcing the D to collapse, and that frees up the shooters going forward.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
They've got Kennard. Marcus Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. And there's Jackson, and it's Williams at the point guard position. That's who's out there for the Clippers. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, good evening. The Clippers were picked by many to win the title last year. Now, they didn't get it done, but Kawhi Leonard is not concerned. He said, we've just got to keep getting better, keep fighting. It's about the right team peaking at the right time. Guys are hoping this season their talent and their fight will win out. Back to you.
We will see. Good stuff, D.A. Thanks.
Batum is accustomed to getting pushed around a bit, so he's a tough guy who can embrace the contact.
Greg, if you go step in a time machine, what would you like and dislike about playing in this era at this time?
Well, no doubt about the tempo and the spacing. I think that more than anything allows for the true skill and artistry of the game to be on display. I probably wouldn't want to get switched onto Embiid down low. I would probably dislike that and let it be known vociferously.
But I always pictured you as being fearless, like you would never turn down that kind of challenge.
I wouldn't turn it down publicly.
Here's Kennard, following the basket by Chris Middleton. Back to Jackson. And here's Kennard. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, and you know, that's going to be the focus of this timeout. They need to come up with a spark to get the offense going.
A different look for the Clippers. Leonard, he's checked in for Luke Kennard. And George is subbed in for Jackson. The Bucks also with the sub. Antetokounmpo's checked in. Now here's Leonard. And Ibaka kicks to Leonard. From deep. Antetokounmpo grabs the miss.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
DiVincenzo finds Augustine. No good, shot missing. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. And now the Clippers on the break. Beverly for three. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Giannis has got 4 rebounds now tonight. And he gets it to go. Augustine's got the lead up to 7 now for the Bucks.
Excellent pass there to cap that break with an uncontested basket.
Passes it to Beverly. Now here's Leonard. To the inside. Lets it go from 11. And Serge Ibaka, the bucket on the assist from Leonard.
And offensively, Ibaka's been spending more time out on the perimeter, but watching him work inside there, you realize that may still be his bread and butter.
Now here is Augustine. Second shot opportunity. Kicks it to Middleton. Back to Augustine. Middleton against Batum. Middleton dishes to Augustine. Milwaukee needs to get off a shot here. And it's Chris Middleton with the 3. Middleton's got 7 points.
Presence of mind, really important. You know, this game is more mental than physical. And Middleton is a guy who stays in the moment. He's exceptional at knocking down a good shot off a good pass.
Now, here's George. He's got 6. A 3 from Leonard. Bangs home the trifecta. He has 5.
How about Kawhi Leonard knocking down the 3-ball? Didn't have that shot when he got into the league. Love seeing how he's improved as a shooter with the outside jumper.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Lou Williams is subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Milwaukee also making some changes. Lopez, he's checked in for Portis. Pat Connaughton comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Augustine. Now here's Giannis. He's got 8. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
And you know, at almost 7 feet tall, Antetokounmpo is dangerous down inside, really. I mean, the defense has to be physical with him if they want to have a chance at preventing him from scoring in the paint.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
And the soft-spoken Leonard is now an elite talent in this league, an athletic forward who leads by example.
Here is Forbes. Pass to Lopez. And Forbes kicks to DiVincenzo. Pass to Antetokounmpo. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Giannis has got 11 points. And Morris has got the ball here for the Clippers. They trail by 6. And the pass to Leonard. To the paint. Zubac, the pass to George. Back to Zubac. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Morris with the bucket.
And despite the hot start from beyond, they've gotten away from shooting the triple.
And trailing in this game, now is not the time to start playing conservatively. I mean, if you've got an open look from deep, let it go. I mean, you've got to play freely and with confidence.
DiVincenzo passes to Lopez. And to Antetokounmpo. Great positioning on the putback. And the Bucks lead by 6.
And the activity of the Greek freak around the bucket. I mean, this guy just does not quit. Relentless. Really knows how to finish with authority after misses come his way. Wow.
So we've reached the end of the... All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA. It was a big-time first quarter for Giannis Antetokounmpo. He had 13 points. And that...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one, he's been everywhere.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. And Milwaukee looking at who they've got. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. DJ Augustin out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the 3, the small forward. And George gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Antetokounmpo kicks to Middleton. On the wing, DiVincenzo. His 3-pointers off the mark. Clippers trail by 4. Here's George. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. George has got 8 points.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Leonard with the steal. And the Clippers call time here. You have to like what we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And he's just attacking the rim with force here. They need to try and deny him the ball in the paint to keep him away from the basket.
It's a neck-and-neck game here in Los Angeles. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Beverly the pass to Leonard. For the tie. And the rejection by Giannis. George finds Leonard. Back to George. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. And here comes Augustin leading the fast break. Middleton can't get it to go.
Starting slow in this half. 0 for 3 so far.
And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Yes, and how about the unselfishness? Paul George has no problem sharing the ball.
Middleton against Leonard. Leonard with the steal. For the finish. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
And throw it down, Kawhi. That was nasty. Love watching him go hard and attacking with power.
Now here is Augustin. He kicks it to Middleton. Pass to DiVincenzo. And the turnover again by Milwaukee. Nothing yet for them in the third quarter. Greg, you were a feared ball hawk in your playing days, and I know you see similar players playing today.
No doubt about that, Kev. You know, Ben Simmons, a player at 6'10" with those hands. He's incredible to watch on that. And how about Fred VanVleet, though? He's a guy, they say he's 6'1". I don't know. But he gets into you and competes, man. And that's the beauty of our game. You know, you can be as big as the trees and have a major impact, or you can be one of those little fellas, as they like to call us, and be equally as effective on the floor.
Like the Chris Pauls, the Patrick Beverleys, there are a lot of those guys that play the ball like you did so well. Yeah, right. Great players.
Set him up well there. Brook Lopez showing his vision and willingness as a passer.
That's a 2 from Kennard. DiVincenzo with the rebound.
And guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
Here's Kennard after the basket by Milwaukee. And again, no good by the Clippers. DiVincenzo kicks to Middleton. Reggie Jackson with the rebound.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Love the unselfishness of Beverly. I mean, when he sees his teammate wide open, he quickly gets him the ball.
Timeout called, the Bucks. And Los Angeles with some changes. Zubac is checked in for Batum. Morris comes in for Luke Kennard. And it's Williams in for Reggie Jackson. Milwaukee also making some changes. Portis, he's checked in for Torrey Craig. Pat Connaughton comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Augustine. Beverly finds Zubats. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Now here's Beverly, guarded closely. Off with the layup. Taken away by Williams. And now the Clippers on the break. Pass to Beverly. From outside the arc. Drills it from outside. Beverly's got 5.
Well, I tell you what, Beverly's really improved as a three-point shooter, as dependable as they come now, shooting from behind the arc.
And Forbes kicks to Middleton. He dishes it to Lopez. That one falls. Lopez has got his second basket.
Man, what a pass that was there. He really, really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
Beverly, the pass to Zubats. Now the Bucks moving it up. And there's the call on Lou Williams. That is his first foul of the game. Down low. It's stolen by Ibaka.
A pretty haphazard quarter for them in terms of the turnovers. A step back for every step forward.
And the missteps coming in the way of turnovers, guys. They've resulted in 5 points the other way.
Bucks trail by 3. And Middleton kicks to Connaughton. Back to Middleton. No good from outside. Here's Morris, and Morris throws it down.
And not a next-level athlete, but Morris has the ability to face up and beat his man off the dribble.
Middleton. Oh, he nails it just in time.
One eye on the rim, one on the clock. What a play.
An ideal way to end.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Clippers lead by 2. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the 4th quarter gets underway. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the 4th quarter could have even more action in store for us. They've got Paul George. Ivica Zubac is out there with Marcus Morris. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Williams at the point. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
And, you know, this is why people are so high on Antetokounmpo. I mean, his build and skill set are both platinum level. And he knows how to kick his game up a gear, too.
From deep, George. Leonard the pass to Zubac. And George kicks to Williams. Fires the 3. Milwaukee with the rebound. Portis has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Giannis. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton.
Middleton, a scorer by nature, that time showing you he can find his teammates, too.
Outside Williams. Now the dish to George. Zubac the pass to George. Nobody near Leonard. The shot, no good. Now the Bucks take it the other way. Their offense has been great here.
Yeah, the ball movement has been terrific, and they've kept the defense off balance.
It's been a tight one so far. Very close game.
And matchups, it's really what it's all about, and these two teams are really equal.
And George kicks to Zubac. He feeds it to Morris. Portis trying to free himself. A second chance effort, and Morris with the lay-in.
Timeout.
And the Clippers lead by 1.
And you'd like to see more of this from Marcus. Attack that offensive glass and generate some points outside of those set plays.
Timeout called the Bucks. Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Marcus Morris. The Bucks also changing it up. Brook Lopez is checked in for Portis. Dante DiVincenzo comes in for Pat Connaughton. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Bryn Forbes. From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, guys. Well, Mike Budenholzer had some advice for the team during the timeout. He told them to stick with it. He said, this game is right here, guys. This is our game to take. Precision, purpose, and poise. Kevin, we'll see if they can get it done.
Williams against Augustine. DiVincenzo passes to Middleton. And a miss there on the triple. Los Angeles leading by 3. Leonard attacking. Pass to Zubac. Back to Leonard. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. And Middleton with a clear path to the hoop. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Really amazing. Absolutely astonishing how accomplished Antetokounmpo is on defense. I mean, he's disruptive wherever he is on the floor defensively.
Williams looking over the floor. And the layup falls.
Even-keeled is Williams. Calm in the eye of the storm. Hits a big one there.
And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. The pass to Middleton. Here's Lopez. Dishes it to Augustine. Offline with his 3. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. 3-point lead.
And guys, that's the man you want with the ball in his hands on that critical possession. Kawhi being his best in the biggest moments.
Here's Giannis. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
You know, feeling very comfortable taking a big shot when his team needs it. That's a sign of how Antetokounmpo has matured recently.
And the Clippers call time here. They're up by 3. 1:36 left in the game. And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Kawhi Leonard.
And he's just been crushing it from the field tonight, Kevin. Whether it's been on open looks or with the guy draped all over him, he just hadn't missed much. With his percentage in the sky-high range, they've had no choice but to make him their #1 option on every trip.
Bucks trail by 5. Giannis outside. And the jump by Giannis.
And you know, the way Giannis Antetokounmpo moves in the pick and roll is tough for the defense. I mean, there's no way really to match his size and skill set.
Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the fourth. This is it to Ibaka. Kicks to Beverly. On the wing, Jordan. Lock at 6. Ibaka finds Beverly. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. It falls!
And this is where Ibaka's steely demeanor serves him well. No hesitation under pressure.
Pass to Augustine. To the middle. Giannis against Batum. Giannis inside. Middleton inside the 3-point line. Misses the jumper.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
30 seconds left in the fourth. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Shooting for Los Angeles, Patrick Beverly.
He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6.
And, you know, Beverly is easily one of the most tenacious defenders in the league. An absolute pest of epic proportion. Love his energy.
And that will add to a healthy lead after that trip to the free throw line.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Augustine. The 3-pointer off the mark. Here's Los Angeles now. Pass to George. Back to Beverly. He dishes it to George. Outside Leonard. So the Clippers with the win. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it. David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. Now it's ended out today.
Hey, Kevin, the Bucks.
Very dangerous indeed. David, thanks. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for him.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
And now the Lakers starting group. LeBron and Kuzma make up the forwards. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and it's Gasol in at the center, locking down the middle. And for Milwaukee, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with DJ Augustin, and it's Lopez in at the center. Now here's Middleton. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game. Greg, if your system overall for these teams, if the schemes don't seem to be working, how much can you really change before you get to the offseason, or in particular, before you get to the playoffs?
It's never easy. A system change would come typically with a coaching change. And the reality is you also have to evaluate the roster, and you can't fit that square peg into a round hole. Whatever your system is, it's got to be catered to the personnel you have. You can't go the other way around, and I think that's what separates oftentimes the good coaches from the great ones.
Now here's DiVincenzo. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against New Orleans.
And his passing also off the charts in that game. In just about every aspect of their offense, he was dialed in.
Kuzma outside and stolen by DiVincenzo. Here's Giannis and the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And just hard to match up with Antetokounmpo's speed, especially in the open floor.
Caldwell-Pope with a wide open look. Good on the three-point shot. Caldwell-Pope's got 5 now.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Giannis. 38 points for him last game against New Orleans.
He owned the glass in that one, too. No one could put a body on him. And whatever coach told them coming out of the locker room, they're listening. 5 out of 5 already.
Here's LeBron following the basket by Giannis. The drive by LeBron. Here's Gasol. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Beautiful pass. LeBron, fun to watch. Intelligent, outstanding read.
You know, Steve, one thing you admire about LeBron, how he shapes a possession for his team. He'll create situations where he gets a mismatch or helps his teammate find one.
You know, Kevin, LeBron will use his high screens to just kind of shuffle defenders, make them think. Once he sees an opportunity, he'll pounce all over it. You can see him do this the most at the end of close games.
Antetokounmpo can't get it to go.
Unusual for him, just a lack of concentration. Fails to finish the play.
Yeah, rising to the challenge, KCP often deterred by physical play, converts through the contact on that one.
Here's DiVincenzo, following the basket by Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And Augustine kicks to Giannis. 6 to shoot. To the middle. Here's Middleton. Good, and the assist goes to Giannis.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Schroeder against Augustine.
Trying to take advantage of soft defense. He might have gotten over-eager.
Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
James, the pass to Gasol. That one good for 2. Gasol's got his second bucket.
Terrific play call, and that's where you want to see Marc Gasol. He can use his combination of skill and size.
To the paint. Here's Lopez. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. They get Marc Gasol. This is his first free throw of the game.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like.
A big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. Torrey Craig comes in for Chris Middleton. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Augustine. Now, here is Morris. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Utah Jazz.
And it wasn't just the scoring. He also impacted the game on the glass. Terrific all-around effort.
Portis kicks to Craig. Back to Portis. It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game.
Bobby Portis plays hard, gives 100%, puts himself in a position to succeed.
Morris dishes to James. Here's Harrell. That's tipped. For the finish, and the dunk by Giannis.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
James outside. Jacks up a 3. And Harrell slams it in.
How many times have we seen this? Harrell getting his points in the screen and roll.
Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Milwaukee Bucks. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. We'll return shortly.
You know, for me, it's super cool.
Well, Kuzma Greg has certainly learned a lot, proficient at the offensive end, and adding more to his game every day.
Yeah, I mean, he's been focused on improving the defense and rebounding, and much of that is due to the players he's been surrounded by.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. When you consider how the Bucks are doing, what do you guys think?
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
That's their mindset. Attack, attack, and attack some more. You're not going to beat them playing soft.
Antetokounmpo out there with Bobby Portis. And it's Forbes in at the point. So that's who Milwaukee starts the second with. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Just simply overpowers the defense. Giannis flexing the muscles he's added to that near 7-foot frame.
The Bucks have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far.
Not really where you'd like to be as a team in terms of free throw shooting, just about 73%.
Here's Craig. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Lets the 3 fly. LeBron grabs the miss.
You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion.
Fires from deep. A 3-pointer is right on target. LeBron's got 6 in the quarter.
LeBron James, you wouldn't think there's anything left to improve upon, but in the past year or two, he's becoming much more efficient from range.
Here is Forbes. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. And it's the Lakers on the break. By himself, rips down the breakaway slam.
Incredible anticipation by LeBron. Kickstarts the break.
Antetokounmpo against Morris. And Giannis gets it to go.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Let him decide whether to shoot it, whether to pass it. He's your catalyst right now.
Horton Tucker from outside off the mark. Milwaukee in the lead. Craig good. Craig's got his first points of the night. No doubt, Greg, you are known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul, I go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right. And stolen by Portis. Lays it up off the glass. Antetokounmpo's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Harrell finds James. And again, no good by the Lakers.
It's a shot you would think he would make, but he just doesn't make it all the time.
Antetokounmpo looking it over. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And we talk about Antetokounmpo's all-around skills, and tonight it's been about the scoring. He's put this offense on his back.
Now here's LeBron. He's coming off a 19-point game against Utah. To end the run. That's in, and that's his 4th basket of the night. He's taken 7 shots, a solid 57%.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Giannis against Morris. Out to the right wing. Here's Connaughton. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Lopez, he's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Chris Middleton comes in for Torrey Craig. Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Pat Connaughton. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Bryn Forbes. Now here's Gasol. 8 points his last outing. Here's Caldwell Pope. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. Caldwell Pope's got 9.
The big fella loves to pass. Marc Gasol with the vision and court awareness to do it from anywhere on the floor.
LeBron against Middleton. Goes back up. Portis kicks to Middleton. Kuzma with the defensive effort.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Caldwell Pope for 3 with the tip. Here's Schroeder. Kuzma outside. Passes it to James. And he goes big with the dunk over Brook Lopez.
Tremendous body control. LeBron takes the hit, sinks the shot, now gets a chance to add another point to his total.
For Los Angeles, they have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight.
And they've been ordinary on the season as well, just about 75% from the line.
And again, the turnover by the Bucks. Five seconds left in the first half. Lets it go with the 3. Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Contavia.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K. A tremendous game we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo. He had 18 points, and he might not... That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folk.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one. He's been everywhere.
And he's been a monster in this game, throwing down some huge dunks. And I wasn't sure the rim would even survive in that first half.
And I can't wait to see what he has in store during this second half. Some of those jams were downright absurd.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. Taking a look at the Lakers. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Marc Gasol is out there with Kyle Kuzma, and it's Schroeder in at the 1 spot. Lopez, the tip in on the offensive rebound. Lopez has got the game tied up here for the Bucks.
Challenging the defense at the rim, something he does very well. Excellent tip in.
Poked away. Here's Kuzma. LeBron left side. All sorts of time. And that one goes long.
The defense was begging him to take that shot, and he took the bait, but you can't blame him.
Great positioning on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Pass to Kuzma. Back to Schroeder. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Caldwell Pope feeling it out a bit. James, the pass to Gasol. And Lopez pulls it down. The Bucks have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. He gets it in there.
And with great positional size, Middleton knows how to do damage down low.
Caldwell Pope outside. Los Angeles with another miss.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
And for Kentavious Caldwell Pope, he's best when he lets the game come to him, when he's not forcing shots, not making things tough on himself, not making tough passes. You know, Smitty, a simple approach does wonders for him.
Kevin, you applaud the maturity of KCP to realize that. He knew he needed to change his game to improve. Focusing on making the easy play has made him a very valuable member of this team.
And the Bucks with possession here after the basket by Los Angeles. Here's Antetokounmpo. Here's Lopez. The pass to Antetokounmpo. Lopez outside. 5 on the clock. Inside. And Gasol sends it back.
Gasol with those long arms is a shot blocking expert, especially down low.
That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good.
And I thought that was going to drive. It looked good from here.
Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for the Bucks. Bucks leading by 4. And here is Lopez. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game.
And for his offense, this has just been a brutal period.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Harrell to the inside. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And some changes here for the Bucks. Torrey Craig, he's checked in for Antetokounmpo. And it's Pat Connaughton in for Chris Middleton. The Lakers also with a sub, Alex Caruso. He's checked in for Kentavious Caldwell Pope. Here is Forbes. He's guarded by Schroeder. And Gasol sends it back. And with that, the Bucks lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Schroeder.
He has a wiry frame, but he's stronger than he looks. Schroeder, unafraid of contact, able to complete the play.
Here is Forbes. He's guarded by Schroeder, and Forbes kicks to Connaughton. In the corner, it's DiVincenzo. Pass to Craig. There's the 3. Milwaukee, no good that time either. And Caruso's got the ball here for the Lakers. 50 seconds left here in the third quarter. It's good.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
Pass to DiVincenzo. Stolen away. 3-on-3. Here's Harrell. Kicks it out to Schroeder. Pass to Horton Tucker. For the lead. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. For Los Angeles, they have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one. And that one falls, and that puts them up by 1 point. Milwaukee making a switch here. Portis is checked in. Markieff Morris is checked in for the Lakers. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting 56% in this game, really stringing quality possessions together offensively. Here is Forbes. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And the layup's good off the glass.
This is for any dedicated floor spacer. Once in a while, you have to test the defense inside. Forbes with a beautiful play.
Here's Horton Tucker. And the miss. Tie game in Milwaukee. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, it takes good vision and it takes good decision making right there. He showed both, and he did so at a very high level.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. They've got Brook Lopez. Portis is out there with Donte DiVincenzo. And it's Forbes in at the point guard. That's the group for Milwaukee right now.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
The drive by Schroeder. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Schroeder's got it all tied up now for the Lakers.
There's a certain resiliency to this team, and you're starting to see it.
Well within striking range. Now is when you have to lock in at both ends.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Out to Morris. Takes the 3. DiVincenzo with the rebound.
And yeah, that old adage about being too wide open, not a thing. He just missed it.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Now here's Harrell. Morris outside. Here's Schroeder. Second shot opportunity. Yep, it goes in, and the Milwaukee lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from Harrell.
This is Montrezl Harrell, strong offensive rebounder with the skill to make good on the second chance.
Here is Forbes. And the pass to Portis. Lets it fly. And another basket for Milwaukee.
Dial it up. This is a play you can keep running for Forbes until the defense adjusts.
Pass to Caruso. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. And the wide open shot from Morris. And a miss there on the triple. Harrell kicks to Caruso. Back to Harrell. Clock at 6. Morris passes to Caruso. Here's Horton Tucker. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Here is Forbes. Down low. Passes to Connaughton. Lopez outside. Here is Forbes. The baseline J. Good work there as it goes. And the Bucks lead by 5.
And it's easy to see why Lopez is out here in these moments, never afraid to take a big shot.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. The first one falls. A different look for Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Portis. Chris Middleton comes in for Pat Connaughton. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Bryn Forbes.
You know, I can't remember any scouts predicting that Harrell would become this kind of offensive force.
Now here's Middleton. Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Giannis has got 20.
And they really all have confidence in Antetokounmpo to run that set. That they're willing to put every aspect of their offense in his hands.
A minute 42 left to play in the final quarter. LeBron outside. LeBron is doubled. Caldwell Pope on the wing. Back to Schroeder. Kicks it to James. Shoots from the line.
And bringing that effort on both ends. Giannis, a first-team all-defensive player.
Pass to DiVincenzo. Back to Antetokounmpo. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
That's a big-time move and a big-time finish.
Now here's James. Nobody near Schroeder. And again, no good by the Lakers. Middleton finds Giannis. There's 39 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Middleton on the wing. James covering. 5 to shoot. Here's Antetokounmpo, and the dunk by Giannis.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
It's called killer instinct. It's one thing to be close at the end. It's another to finish.
Here's Harrell. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron.
And this is Harrell's game, a skilled interior player who plays with tenacity.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Augustine. Back to Antetokounmpo. Misses the shot. And so the Bucks take the win. It was a thing. All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Coming into the building and looking sharp, and they hope to be sharp on the court too as they get ready to go to work on the road. That's a look at our setting tonight. And with
Kevin, thanks very much.
All right, David, thank you. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. We've got Durant, Harden out there with Kyrie Irving. Then there's DeAndre Jordan, and it's Harris in at the small forward. And for the Bucks, Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with DJ Augustin. And it's Middleton in at the 3. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players. But you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said. Now, Giannis. James Harden missing on the 3. Yes, that goes in.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
And the Bucks with possession here. James Harden missing on the 3. Here's Antetokounmpo, and he uses the glass on the layup. Giannis has got his second basket of the night.
And I really marvel at the touch of Antetokounmpo for his size and physique. That's incredible.
It's Harden with the drive. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Back to Augustine. And Middleton kicks to Antetokounmpo. Stolen by Harden. And here we go. Harden heading to the hoop. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And the southpaw stroke of Harden is just beautiful to watch. When he's cooking, he's one of the more lethal scorers in our league.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work, and it pays dividends.
And the double up on Antetokounmpo. Harris against Middleton. Now here is Augustine. Not a lot of room. Middleton can't get it to go.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
For Milwaukee, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And Antetokounmpo.
This is exactly what you expect from DJ Augustine. This is why coaching staffs love him. He makes everyone better.
Oh, that was worth the price of admission.
Well, Kevin Durant with a little crafty creativity. KD at the rim.
Giannis outside. And Giannis throws it down.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He one of the best in the business, absolutely. The 3. Irving can't hit.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Giannis passes to DiVincenzo. Inside. The shot's good from Lopez.
Brook Lopez never stops working, especially inside where he has been a force.
Here's Harden. And it goes down 2 points. Harden's got 6.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Now here's Middleton. He's coming off a 31-point game against New Orleans. Augustine finds Middleton. Shot clock at 6. Here is Harden. 20 points for him last game against Orlando.
And it was an unselfish night for him as well. He got plenty of assists to go along with all those points.
Well, Kyrie Irving has such a good sense of when his teammates are going to create an opportunity, and he puts the pass on time and on target.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. 38 points for him last game against New Orleans.
I love that he sacrificed his body over and over. His persistence at getting to the free throw line really paid off for them.
Here is Durant. Following the basket by Giannis. Shots good by Durant. Durant's got his second bucket tonight.
Well, you see the assertiveness inside from Kevin Durant. He is so good at finishing in different ways.
Passes it to Middleton from outside the arc. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo.
Listen, turnovers happen. You've got to move on to the next play.
And the Bucks with some changes. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. Pat Connaughton comes in for Antetokounmpo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Augustine. And then for Brooklyn, Jeff Green. He's checked in for Durant. Luwawu Cabarrot comes in for Joe Harris. And it's Brown in for James Harden. Middleton can't get it to go.
This has not been a good period for this guy. Out of sync, not letting the game come to him. He's got to settle down and make shots.
Green kicks to Luwawu Cabarrot. They kick it out to Green. Here's Jordan. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Jordan's got 6.
You can see why DeAndre Jordan, for his career, over 65% field goal shooting. So close, so easy.
The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. Net. This is what Giannis Antetokounmpo recently told us when he...
For me personally, I just...
And for Giannis, Greg, the consistency from range has been a focal point.
The more accurate he is from outside, the wider the driving lanes become, making him nearly impossible to stop.
And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
They've gotten to the line with tremendous consistency here through the first period.
And this is why coaches say be aggressive. As long as you're playing smart, good things tend to happen, even if you're on the road.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Setting the floor for the Nets. Brown out there with Landry Shamet. Then there's Green. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Luwawu in at the small forward. Well, the superstar players always get the headlines, but you need more great role players, it seems, as you look at the history of champions, to win. So that being said, Greg, what kind of role players do you look for?
You know, Kevin, it starts on your best player, and I think you go from there. Obviously, in today's game, spot-up shooting is critically important, and then you got to factor in versatility. You need guys that can guard multiple positions, that give you some rim protection, but obviously that can also shoot the basketball. And I think it's critical having that instant offense guy coming off the bench as well, to when your team's in a bit of a funk, somebody you can trust to kind of light a fire.
Good point. To the middle. Shot clock at 5. Portis, the pass to Forbes. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
Looking here at some numbers for Brown.
His last 10 games, 12th in steals, and with a top 20 ranking in field goal percentage, you put the ball in his hands, and he converts at a remarkable rate.
As we've seen, he's a difficult defender to bring the ball up against. Quick feet, quick hands, always looking to force a mistake. Giannis, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo.
Listen, simply put, he's got to finish that. It's not like the defender was right on top of him.
Oh!
My goodness.
And how about the initiative there from Antetokounmpo? Excellent at seeing lanes to the basket and then just taking advantage.
Here's Llewellyn. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Shamet finds Jordan. Can't hit from in close.
Well, that's a case where a guy's trying to make a play, trying to take it up strong, but the defense was ready.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason, I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
The Nets making a switch here. Durant's checked in.
And we talk about Antetokounmpo's all-around skills, and tonight it's been about the scoring. He's put this offense on his back.
Now here's Durant. He's been an incredibly difficult matchup for all of their opponents, averaging 29 points a game.
Yeah, that's a great setup. Screen the defender off and let him elevate.
Oh, right. And wasn't the timing ideal? My goodness, the D with no chance to react.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
Here's Shamet. In the game against Orlando, very impressive. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Lopez is checked in. Joe Harris is checked in for the Nets. Harden comes in for Brown. That is good. And the Nets' lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Antetokounmpo. Harden outside. And the jam by Harden.
And once Harden has momentum behind him, watch out. They love seeing the beard flush it down there with some power.
Giannis passes to Forbes. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
A minute 42 left in the first half of the game. That one falls.
Well, they're winning largely because of this guy's play. He has been sensational.
Here is Forbes, guarded by Harden. Forbes dishes to Giannis. And Giannis throws it down.
Watch out. Antetokounmpo might be soft-spoken, but he's got a mean streak when it comes to attacking the hoop.
Now, here's Shamet. Comes up empty down low.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Score the basket for his 10th make. 10 for 12. 83% accuracy.
So strong. Giannis has really added some bulk since entering the league. Helps him absorb the contact.
A lot of give and take between these sides early.
Yeah, and both teams look like they came to play. We should have a good one.
Forbes the pass to Lopez. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Brooklyn with the rebound.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Now here's Durant. He's got 6.
Yeah, you won't see him miss many dunks unless you've got somebody right in his face, as was the case there on that possession.
Here is Forbes. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Down it goes. Nice one there from Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo's got 22.
Taking back the lead once more. Give these teams credit. Man, they are battling.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
Maybe the best ever at earning free throws. I mean, Harden has mastered the art of contact and still being able to get off the shot.
And both free throws good for James Harden. James Harden getting it done for Brooklyn. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball.
Hey, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny. James Harden led the way in the first half. He had 14 points. Well, Durant having to sit out all. Now that he's back in action. And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Hart.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You look at Antetokounmpo, and this game has been everywhere.
In those first two quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Well, you can see why they would continue to play through him. He was tough to stop, super assertive down low, just great work.
Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. DJ Augustin out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the 5, roaming the paint. They're the group for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. And yes, it's good.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
It's Harden with the drive. Jordan's shot is off.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
And so it's Durant with it. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. And on the way from Irving for 3, knocks down the 3 ball.
You know, what you love about Kyrie is that he's always prepared to shoot when he is roaming in space.
Middleton against Harris. Middleton the pass to Giannis. Back to Middleton from past the arc. It's good from long range. Middleton's got 5 points now this quarter.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Irving from long range. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got 4 rebounds now tonight. And Giannis throws it down hard.
And guys, that's a sight we've become far too accustomed to see. Antetokounmpo throwing it down like it was just another day at the office. Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Boy, in a tight game like this, that can change the whole tone. It helps your opponent get into a little bit of a rhythm.
Luwawu Cabarrot, he's checked in for the Nets. Brown comes in for James Harden. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review. And they continue to control the glass.
Jordan kicks to Luwawu Cabarrot. Shot to stop the run. It's tipped, and he's able to get it back. Stolen by Middleton. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. And Giannis throws it down.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
This is his first trip to the line tonight. That's It's good from Durant.
I think Kevin Durant prides himself on doing everything at an elite level. And really, think about how he's improved his defense in the prime of his career.
Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for the Bucks. Bryn Forbes comes in for DJ Augustine.
Side out.
And a change for the Nets. Green's checked in.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the mobile one block.
And they're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time D.
Middleton outside. Another miss by Middleton.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Out of bounds, Milwaukee takes possession. And let's now take a look at some of the numbers for Kyrie Irving.
And guys, his effective field goal percentage is trending in the wrong direction over the past 5 games. Shot discipline hasn't been the best. He'll be looking to play a smarter game tonight.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Craig's checked in. Landry Shamet's checked in for Brooklyn. Antetokounmpo fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
For Milwaukee, they have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
And when you look at that free throw percentage on the season, they're right around 73%.
Irving attacking, drills the baseline jumper. Irving's got 5 points in the quarter.
You have to respect the in-between game of Kyrie Irving. Straight up. Yeah, that's how you have to play this guy. You've got to play him straight up and be balanced.
Nice shot by Portis.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Here's Irving. Milwaukee with the rebound. Portis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
I know he's got to be frustrated right now, but the team is fighting from behind. He's got to stay with it. I'll tell you, this lead's not going anywhere with this guy making plays. What a quarter.
And it's Shamet missing.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And Brooklyn called for the foul.
Man, with that skill set at 6'11", Giannis might be the toughest guard in the league.
Chris Middleton's checked in for Torrey Craig. And then for Brooklyn, Harris comes in for Luwawu Cabarro. And it's James Harden in for Kyrie Irving. Harris draws the double. The pass to Shamet. The Nets working the ball around now. And Harden with the stuff.
We so often identify Joe Harris as strictly a shooter, but this guy, he is a tremendous passer as well.
Connaughton passes to Portis. Back to Connaughton. And again, the Bucks miss. Nets trail by 13. Pass to Shamet. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
In the corner, Middleton with it. Back to Giannis. He's looking for Middleton and finds him. Good on the shot.
And this is Middleton's game. He's thinking of shooting it even before the pass hits his hands.
2 on the clock.
I love the spirit he's shown tonight, particularly on the offensive end.
To me, he's just playing smart, efficient basketball, really helping his team hang around this one.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Bucks ahead, up 11. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. Green is out there with DeAndre Jordan. Then it's Harden. Then there's Brown. And it's Harris in at the small forward position. Pass to Middleton. To the inside. Here's Lopez. Misses in close.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Here's Harden. It doesn't go for him. Good D by Lopez.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And that one drops.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Here's Harden. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
As crafty as they come, Harden uses that tremendous body control to his advantage.
Free throw good from Harden. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Milwaukee. Dante DiVincenzo comes in for Bryn Forbes. And then for Brooklyn, KD's checked in for Green. And it's Kyrie Irving in for Bruce Brown. And Giannis throws it down.
And it really helps their team so much with Middleton's passing with effectiveness, and it helps him out as a scorer. He's that much harder to defend.
Oh, power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. Back to Giannis. The shot by Middleton, wide open. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in.
I'll tell you, he's been much better in the second half. He's taking smarter shots. He's looking more comfortable. And guess what? He's in a groove.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That is his first foul of the game. Giannis outside. Kicks it to Augustine. DiVincenzo passes to Augustine. A three-pointer, no good. Nets trail by 13. The drive by Jordan. And the rejection by Giannis.
And if Giannis is anywhere close to you, don't shoot it. His length covers a ton of ground, and boy, is he fast.
On defense, the Bucks. Here's KD. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot.
Boy, this guy has been terrific. The rest of the team, however, struggling.
KD against Antetokounmpo. Back to Middleton. Antetokounmpo looking it over. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And they really all have confidence in Antetokounmpo to run that set. That they're willing to put every aspect of their offense in his hands.
Yep, that one goes. Harden's got 25 points.
Amazing individual performance, but you'd like to see more guys start to get involved. I don't know if he can do it alone.
And Augustine kicks to Middleton. Passes it to Antetokounmpo. The Bucks working the ball around. 6 on the shot clock. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Yet another bucket in close. That's how he's earning his points today.
From deep, Harden. Rebound, Milwaukee.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Giannis dishes to Middleton. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Milwaukee needs to get off a shot here. Shoots, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And so it's KD with it. He brings up the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. It's a 13-point game. Back to Harden. That's good, and a nice assist from Durant.
Well, the multi-time scoring champion Kevin Durant is showing you he has got as complete a game as there is in the NBA. What a pretty pass.
There's 49 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Augustine passes to Middleton. Giannis kicks to Middleton. And it falls over the rim and in. And the Bucks lead by 13.
saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
Augustine up top, covered by Irving. Augustine passes to Antetokounmpo. Back to Augustine. Middleton for three. Lopez. The second chance points on the tip in.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here.
And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up.
Flash, congratulations, console finalist, as you've been saying, 50K richer too. How you feeling, man?
Man, I told everybody third time was a charm. Let's just make this show a movie just like we did last time. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Now, the third time's a charm.
And the player introductions are wrapped up. The starting fives for both teams, as we're just about ready to get this one started. Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA bet. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. They've got Paul George. Batuma's out there with Ibaka. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Beverly in at the 1. And for Milwaukee, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with DJ Augustin. And it's Lopez in at the 5, roaming the paint. It'll be Los Angeles off the tip. Leonard on the wing. And it's Leonard with the jam.
One thing about Kawhi, when he's driving, he eats up real estate fast with those long strides.
And as he gets deeper into his career, Serge Ibaka's shooting continues to improve. What a great job he's done of changing how he scores.
It's very impressive because a late bloomer Serge Ibaka has been on the offensive end. Let's look at last season, his highest point per game average, and he's in his 11th NBA season. That still has great efficiency on the offensive end, but sometimes he's overlooked as a scorer on this team.
So strong. Giannis has really added some bulk since entering the league, helps him absorb the contact.
Now, here's George. He's coming off a 13-point game against Memphis.
And it wasn't just the points. He brought hustle, he brought energy, and he brought it on the glass.
Well, we expect Steve to see a lot of threes tonight. Both teams can really shoot it.
Yes, Kevin. I think the one thing will separate both these teams is their shot selection from behind the three-point line. That could really be the turning point. But you said it best. Both of these squads can really shoot the three.
Now here's Middleton. On the wing, DiVincenzo. Ibaka against Middleton.
Yeah, and with great positional size, Middleton knows how to do damage down low.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. The shot by George, wide open. And the three off target. The Los Angeles Clippers, they come into this one following a loss to the Grizzlies of Memphis. Leonard with the steal. And here we go with Batum heading to the hoop. And the jam by Nicholas Batum.
You see, that is just rude. Kawhi picks it, triggers the fast break. See ya.
Augustine against Beverly. Lopez right side. Trying to find Batum. He's got it now. Outside, George. And here we go. And Ibaka slams it in.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
And Middleton kicks to Augustine. Pass to DiVincenzo. To the paint. Here's Lopez. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And we're already seeing a little rhythm out of this offense. They've hit 3 out of 4 so far.
The pass to Ibaka. A reverse. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Bobby Portis has checked in for Lopez. Pat Connaughton comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Augustine. Back to Antetokounmpo. Clock at 6. And Giannis Antetokounmpo throws it down hard.
Watch out. Antetokounmpo might be soft-spoken, but he's got a mean streak when it comes to attacking the hoop.
Now, here's George. Great numbers on a nightly basis as he averages over 24 points a game. Out to Morris. Back to Zubac. And stolen by Portis. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Up and in on the layup. Antetokounmpo's got his third bucket of the night.
It's just hard to match up with Antetokounmpo's speed, especially in the open floor.
Williams, that's good.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Lou Williams, so crafty, GA. Just a knack for putting the ball in the basket.
This guy just has the gift. I mean, it's been that way forever. He is just a born scorer.
Here is Forbes. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. 4 on the shot clock. Portis can't get it to go.
Can't fault the play call. Even though he couldn't convert, that's a good shot.
And here's George for 3. On the wing, Williams. 9-point game his last outing. Morris, no good. The Bucks trail. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Deflects the pass. Paul George with the steal. Leonard with no one around. No good on the triple. The Bucks have gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That's his first foul. Milwaukee with the ball. Here's Giannis. And Giannis throws it down.
And how about the initiative there from Antetokounmpo? Excellent at seeing lanes to the basket and then just taking advantage.
Williams, that's a 2-pointer. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Milwaukee. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball influence.
I think the underdog story, started when I was...
And Greg playing with a chip on his shoulder has served Portis well.
Some guys try to block out the haters. Portis uses it as fuel to keep achieving more.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And for the Bucks guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
And that has helped them build an advantage here, playing with good focus and good energy.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. We've got Williams, Luke Kennard out there with Marcus Morris. And there's Jackson, and it's Zubac in at the 5 spot. And Portis throws it down.
This is what they want to see. Portis finishing strong inside, making his presence felt.
It's Williams with the drive. Here's Zubac. The rebound by the Bucks. This, their first look at this year's Los Angeles squad.
And remember, they won both games in this matchup last year. No small feat.
And we will see if they can do it again this year. Not a simple task by any stretch.
Zubac finds Kennard. That three off the mark.
Okay, that's frustrating. You work hard to get these open looks. You know he liked that one back.
Portis, the pass to Forbes. He's looking for Portis and finds him. Stolen by Jackson. And now the Clippers on the break. Morris with the ball. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time.
I like when Reggie Jackson is seeking out his teammates. He could have took that shot, but his teammate, he was wide open.
Middleton, the pass to Forbes. Morris against Middleton, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. And midway through the season, some players going above and beyond. And Steve, is that contract year boost a myth, or is it a real thing?
Hey, Kevin, it is a real thing. You see guys more focused. You see guys that's usually not on time. On that contract year, you see guys on their best behavior, and you see some of their best play on the court overall.
Outside, Batum. Ball's knocked loose. Lopez passes to Middleton, and the shot goes down. Middleton's got 6.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Outside Jackson. Here's Ibaka, and Ibaka slams it in.
And for Serge nowadays, most of his offense comes from beyond the arc or at the rim.
And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He's still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injury slowed him down, but still able to create his shot anytime he wants.
Just 5 to shoot. Middleton drives in, banked in off the glass. Middleton's got the lead up to 8 now for Milwaukee.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Good shooting can be contagious. You see the confidence running through this team right now.
Kennard's shot is off.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Everly with the ball. Now guarded by Middleton. Ahead, here's Batum, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got, and here we go, coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
He's living there tonight, a tough guy to guard without fouling. And the bonus, he's going to knock him down.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and it's blocked by Ibaka.
Great defense by Serge, a tremendous athlete, blessed with insane length and leaping ability. I'll tell you, for a veteran, Ibaka still gets sky high on these alley-oops.
Augustine looking around, passes to Lopez. Here's Giannis, and Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Never a bad idea
to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Especially if the defense is going to allow you to do it. Have to switch on that play.
Milwaukee leading by 6. And the dunk by Giannis.
And we talk about Antetokounmpo's all-around skills, and tonight it's been about the scoring. He's put this offense on his back.
And here's George for 3. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's DiVincenzo. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in.
And I tell you, Antetokounmpo's evolved into one of the better passing forwards in our league. And when the defense is focused on you that much, you need to be able to find the open man.
What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without fouling.
Here's Leonard. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow.
What?
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball. It was a big-time first quarter for Giannis Antetokounmpo. He had 12 points, 5 rebounds, and 1 assist. Shaq, let's get your take on Milton. And that's a wrap.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. You look at Antetokounmpo, and this game has been everywhere.
And he's been a monster in this game, throwing down some huge dunks. And I wasn't sure the rim would even survive in that first half.
And I can't wait to see what he has in store during this second half. Some of those jams were downright absurd.
While we've got a moment, let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. DJ Augustin out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in its small forward. And Middleton kicks to Augustin. Tips it up. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Lopez has got his second bucket of the night.
Hard work and soft hands. Guys, that's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip-in. And George, here we go. A shot by Batum, no good.
And they continue to control the glass.
Middleton finds Antetokounmpo. Ibaka with some nice D.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Pass to Beverly. This one for 3. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. And so Giannis will bring it up for Milwaukee.
And Smitty, you know what Pat Beverly is going to bring every night. A fearless, ferocious, at times almost sociopathic level of intensity. And this guy just does not take a possession off.
You know, he's one of those guys I would have to question even playing with him. He plays so hard. I know I hate playing against him.
Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for Augustine. It's his first trip to the line. Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivalry. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
That's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
And oh, here we go. Lopez has got it, the fast break chance.
He was one of those great summer league stories. Bryn Forbes can get by as a knockdown shooter while still rounding out the rest of his game.
The Bucks making a switch here. Connaughton's checked in. The Clippers also changing it up. Kawhi Leonard's checked in for Kennard. And Georgia subbed in for Reggie Jackson. Well, players now, Steve, seem to have a lot more power to demand a trade. Talk about what that does for the future of small market teams.
You know, Kevin, I think let's be honest. It makes it tougher for the small market teams. The one solution, I think, is if you have a team that is very close-knit, if you get the right superstar and he's happy, if you have a chance to maybe win a championship, that keeps those stars in place.
Here's Forbes. Milwaukee keeping it alive. The new 14.
I love the way George can move his feet and challenge the shot without fouling.
And again, no good by the Clippers.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Portis chipped back in for 2. Portis has got 8 points.
Must put a body on Portis. He loves to crash the offensive glass.
That's tipped.
He's doing what he can to help them cut into this lead. His shot just isn't quite there tonight.
Forbes the pass to Lopez. Here is Forbes. He's guarded by Williams. 6 to shoot. And Forbes kicks to Craig. And Morris comes over to help. Craig can't get it to go. Clippers trail by 16. Oh, Morris in position. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And dropping the sledgehammer there, he curbs a 10-0 run by Milwaukee.
Here is Forbes. He's guarded by Williams. Out left to the wing. Here's Connaughton. It's hauled in by George. Los Angeles has gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And boy, Kawhi is the perfect target. The big reach to get to the pass and the great hands on the catch.
Here's Craig. He's covered by Leonard. Back to Forbes. Down low. Leonard brings the double team. Now the pass to Lopez. And Lopez throws it down.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
It's a backbreaker for your defense, giving up easy buckets like that.
And here's Leonard from 3. The dive for the ball. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Zubac.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Dante DiVincenzo. He's checked in for Torrey Craig. The Clippers also changing it up. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Morris. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Lou Williams. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
Giannis against Batum. And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
The Bucks have been at their finest 4 at the free throw line tonight. 8 attempts, 8 makes.
And collectively, they're only about 73% as a unit right now.
8 seconds left in the third quarter. Over to the left wing. It's Solomon to Kumbo. And so it's Milwaukee holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. The defensive work they've done against Paul George has been a big factor. He hasn't done anywhere near the kind of damage we expected. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Let me tell you, when you can run offense through your bigs, you give the defense just another thing it has to try and take away.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the 4th, Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then there's Batum, and it's Ibaka, and it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. A nice shot there by Antetokounmpo.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
And it's George missing. Bucks leading by 20. Steve, you look at the large companies being created right now by some NBA players like LeBron and Steph. Talk about the example that sets for kids who look up to these guys.
You know, Kevin, I think it's a great example. Reason why they are showing the next generation of kids that's taking basketball serious, that they're more than just a basketball player. They are prepping for life after the game is over, but able to do it while they're playing.
DiVincenzo passes to Antetokounmpo. Shot clock at 6. And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Here's Antetokounmpo. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. And so Ibaka will bring it up for Los Angeles. And following this game, they'll challenge the Grizzlies on the road at the FedEx Forum in Memphis. And that will be game 3 of 6 played away from home. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. Clippers trail by 20. From the arc. Rebound, Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
That's going to go back the other direction, but they played a pretty clean game. Not many giveaways, and the score reflects that.
And he goes big with the dunk over Brook Lopez.
Letting it all hang out when George takes flight. Just enjoy the show.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. Here's Lopez. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And the first one drops.
And the key for Lopez is playing strong. When he does this, he makes an impact on both ends.
Well, in the dunk contest, we saw Michael Jordan take on Dominique Wilkins. These days, not as many star players are participating in these skills competitions, like Greg, the slam dunk.
I think it's a great point you raised, Kevin, and I think in part because back in that era, you know, the reality is guys didn't make the kind of dollars they make today. And there was more risk, I guess, in the mindset of guys today, and they didn't want to take that challenge on. So I wish we would see more of our stars in the slam dunk contest, but I don't think that's going to be the case, unfortunately, as much as we'd all like to see it.
Clippers trail by 18. And here's Leonard from 3. Rebounded by the Bucks. Antetokounmpo's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Back to Leonard. Ibaka, the pass to Leonard. Count that one.
Attacking, trying to get good looks. Give Kawhi credit. He finds one.
1:46 left in the 4th quarter. Lopez outside. The feed to Giannis. Got a hand on it. Now the Clippers moving it up. And it's Paul George with the finish.
I love the patience Beverley has developed with the ball in his hands. Terrific find.
DiVincenzo finds Middleton. Back to DiVincenzo. Pass to Lopez. Middleton with it. He's covered by Leonard. 6 on the shot clock. DiVincenzo. The shot misses. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Bucks.
When you consider the difference in their field goal percentages, the team has to be happy that this wasn't a bigger loss. This team was on fire.
Yeah, Kevin, it's always frustrating when you can't throw a rock on the ground and the other guys just can't seem to miss.
And I think a great job in positioning themselves for the W here. It's win number 21 on the season.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
Free throw good. Giannis.
You know, we always talk about what a rare talent Giannis is, and it's true. Unrivaled athleticism and versatility.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Jackson has the open look. Los Angeles with another miss.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Shooting for Milwaukee.
First one falls for him. And so he makes both from the line. So it's the Clippers now. They trail by 18. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. The 3 from Morris. Rebounded by the Bucks. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2.
Shooting for Milwaukee. Giannis Antetokounmpo. Taking 2 shots.
He's off on the first. Good on the second free throw. Morris passes to Mann. For the 3. Off on that one. So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks.